from Jeffco Stadium in Lakewood, Colorado. This is Arvada West football. Tonight, the Arvada West Wildcats take on the Bear Creek Bears. And good evening, everyone. Welcome to Jeffco Field. I'm John Knopf along with Matt Monahan. And today, a matchup of Titans here in the Jeffco League. Early in the season, both teams have an undefeated record in league play. And tonight, really a battle between two teams that it might come down to who wins this league.
These two teams have quite a bit of history, John. Arvada West and Bear Creek both with successful past years in the Jeffco League, and they are here again tonight. And last week we saw Arvada West go up against Overland, and they came away in defeat, unable to stop the run. Tonight they get a strong passer in Justin Holland, the Bear Creek junior, one of the best passers in the conference.
Yeah, a little different story for the Arvada West defense, as this week they take on probably the best passer in the state in Justin Holland. Only a junior, but there's a lot of schools taking a look at him, and it looks like Arvada West will be receiving the kick. So it'll take a while before we see Justin Holland. Already we've seen Arvada West, the offense, and it's been a up and down season for the Arvada West offense so far this year. Last week, again, up and down. They scored 27 points, but still they weren't able to come out with a victory. The offense played pretty well last week. It was really the defense that gave the Wildcats problems, but you expect a little more consistency this week from Arvada West, and I'm sure the coaches want to see some more consistency from their team.
Yeah, last week I think I was surprised. I thought Arvada West defense would play better than they did. Overland just ran the ball so well against them. That really surprised me. Maybe Bear Creek will try some similar things here today, this afternoon.
Now the national anthem. Well, the national anthem performed on tape by some really old people from a long time ago, and we're almost ready for football here at Jeffco Stadium.
I've noticed, I don't know if you noticed, John, but while the national anthem's going on, I noticed that all the Arvada West players have shaved their heads. I don't know if this is some sort of...
Referee Tom Lamorato, umpire Joe DeMears, linesman
I don't know if this is some sort of move to regain some sort of camaraderie with the team after the slow start or what, but it looks like these guys have banded together somehow, and maybe that's the way they've chosen to do so.
Well, I noticed that. You're right. Every Arvada West player has shaved their head, except for Kristen Cannon, one of the kickers. She has kept all her hair for this week, so we'll make the note of that as Arvada West gets ready to return the kick from Bear Creek. The kicker for Bear Creek will lead the Bears out onto the field. And the kickoff team huddling around their head coach, Tom Thinnell. Head coach for Arvada West, Dave Logan, been here for a while now, and you remember a couple years ago where these two teams played for the state championship. They had a great game during the regular season, and then they had the great state championship game. The kicker is Dusty Lewis for Bear Creek. He'll tee it up from the 40-yard line. Josh Ranson and Matt Sims will be the kickoff returnmen for the Wildcats. Wildcats wearing their home purple uniforms today. They'll be going from north to south.
beautiful day here in October. Doesn't even feel like October. It feels more like August or July.
Not much wind, so that won't be a factor as it was last week in the Arvada West Overland game. So like you said, Matt, a perfect day for football, and we're ready to go. Should be a battle of great offenses tonight. The kick will come to Sims at the 1-yard line. He's over the 10, up the middle to the 15, gets to the 20, and finally gets stacked up at the 22-yard line. That's where the Wildcats will take over. The offense for the Wildcats, they're led by Dave Wyatt, a 6-foot, 170-pound senior, the quarterback. The running backs are Mike Orr, 5'11", 190-pound senior, and Zach Ewey. We've been calling him Ewey the last couple of weeks, and we apologize to the Ewey family and to Zach especially. 5'10", 200-pound senior fullback. Josh Ranson and Caleb Atchison are your receivers. Tight end is Brian Johnson, and across the line from left to right, Ryan Palmer, Joe Shepard, Kip Rule, John Doan, and Abe Lee, the starting offensive line for the Wildcats. I formation to start things off. This is Ranson going in motion. And straight ahead running, and a gain of maybe about 2. I'm not sure who that was.
No, it looked like 36. I don't know if we have that down on our roster.
We'll try to get a handle on who that is. Second down and call it 9 yards for the Wildcats. We'll set the Bear Creek defense in just a moment. Straight ahead running this time and a pickup of about 6 or 7. That is Mike Orr. He's just changed numbers. So Mike Orr will be wearing 36. Gain of 5 for the senior. Setting the Bear Creek defense real quickly, they play a 4-3. Craig Lawrence, Jake Forbes, Adam Griffin, and Phil Parkovich, the defensive line. The linebackers, Ryan Segovia, Matt Anthony, and Daniel Abilene. Get to the defensive backs in just a moment. Third down play for Arvada West. Orr gets the pitch, shakes one tackle, tries to put his head down, and he is going to be shy of the first down, gets to maybe the 31-yard line, but he's going to be about 2 yards short, and so Arvada West will have to kick.
Craig Lawrence, the linebacker, 51, Bear Creek, busted through the line there, had Orr in the backfield. Orr, we mentioned his strength. He is so strong. Last week I mentioned his strength several times, busting through that tackle and almost picked up the first down, but early 3 and out for Arvada West.
Joe DeTiro, the punter. Joe Jones and Aaron Diaz back to receive for Bear Creek. Neither one will have a chance to receive this punt as it rolls out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So good field position for Bear Creek to start out. And here comes Justin Holland and company. Starting offense for Bear Creek, Justin Holland, as we mentioned, the quarterback, 6'4", 185-pound junior. Joe Jones and Dominic Lavatiata are the running backs. Dusty Lewis, 6 foot, 175-pound senior, and Hal Anderson, 5'9", 145-pound senior, are the wide receivers. Bear Creek starts out in a 3 wide receiver set. To the right, 1 to the left, and on first down, they'll run it. This time, good running, a pickup of about 4 by Joe Jones.
Joe Jones had a lot of room there. I think he should have kept it going right, though. He cut back left and ran right into a Arvada West defender. But still a pretty good gain on first down, pickup of 4. Interesting to see what kind of offense Bear Creek's going to come with today. If they looked at last week's film, they might just want to stick with the run.
Yeah, that's not really their game plan, but I would agree with you. The way Overland ran the ball against Arvada West last week, you might want to run the ball a little more than usual if you're Bear Creek. At least make Arvada West prove that they can stop it. Holland will throw. Here comes the blitz. Now he's going to step up and get sacked. Looked like it was Jaden McNeely to make the hit, and a loss of 2 on the sack.
Yeah, great pursuit there by Jaden McNeely. He's got that speed where he can run and catch an offensive player from behind. He did it that time. Justin Holland not able to elude the rush, so it'll be about 3rd down and 7
Offensive line for Bear Creek, Mitch Wilmus is the tight end, 6 foot, 180-pound junior. Gabe Fitzpatrick, Alan Yoder, Rob Mall, Aaron Maslow, and Gary Metz from left to right on the offensive line. Third down play, and Holland will throw again. Heavy rush, the ball is loose. Holland diving for it, and it looks like Jaden McNeely came up with it. Arvada West with the blitz, and Justin Holland just didn't see it.
Yeah, give credit to Shane Marsh. He caused the fumble made the initial hit on Justin Holland. Jaden McNeely playing great, came right up and scooped up the ball. So great field position now. Turnovers, big part of the game, obviously, and Arvada West is going to get the first opportunity to put some points on the board with the ball at the Bear Creek 31-yard line.
Well, Arvada West, they blitz 2 plays in a row and get to the quarterback twice, and maybe they're doing some things that the offensive line for Bear Creek wasn't looking for. So the Wildcats will take over first down from the Bear Creek 30, and this is Orr running straight ahead, gets stacked up immediately. And this is really a pattern of Arvada West. They really try to establish that running game, and then we'll see them try to go with a little play action, maybe some deep balls as the game progresses, Matt.
Yeah, I think it's a good idea. I think running the football is probably the most important aspect of the game, and I think that's probably better to get that down first before you go to the pass.
Second down and 11.
But so far it hasn't worked. Here it's about second down and 10.
Or the sole back on 2nd and 10. Long count, Wyatt will throw. Into the flat, and this is Caleb Atchison. Atchison with decent running, he'll pick up about 7 on the completion, the first completion of the day for Dave Wyatt.
Good first pass by Dave Wyatt. He looks confident out there. Dave Wyatt has been somewhat inconsistent this year, but he does seem to, when he gets in a rhythm, be able to pass the ball and throw it very well. So hopefully we will see that more.
He's thrown for 619 yards so far this year. 225 of them came against Overland last week, so he had a nice game. And we have movement on the offensive line. It's going to be illegal procedure against the Wildcats.
Yeah, penalties really hurt them last week against Overland, and I know that's something that's really frustrating Dave Logan and the rest of the squad. Something they're going to have to fix. As Josh Ransom will come in now on what will be a third down and I believe 7.
Ransom will split to the right. 2 receivers out to the left. Here's a blitz by Bear Creek and nowhere to go. Wyatt had no shot at all on the blitz. It was Ryan Segovia, the linebacker, coming in to make the hit. And right now you just have to go for it. No, you probably can't make the field goal. You don't want to punt from this area, so might as well go for it.
It will be now 4th down and 15, so definitely a passing down here. Or they might, considering if they know they're not going to be able to get the yardage, they might just consider running the football, as a possibility.
Bear Creek showing blitz again on 4th down. This time they pick it up. Wyatt with time. He'll throw down the sideline. Open in the end zone. It's going to be a touchdown. Caleb Atchison with the touchdown, and that is an unpardonable sin for a defense on 4th and 15.
Yeah, confusion between Tyler O'Connell and Aaron Diaz, the 2 defensive backs. Both of them thought that the other one had Caleb Atchison. Atchison was all by himself downfield. Dave Wyatt hangs in the pocket, takes the hit, throws it downfield, and a touchdown pass. Wow.
So the first score of the ball game, and a very unlikely time for the score, but Atchison comes down. He was wide open going into the end zone. Thomas Valenta on for the extra point. He puts his left foot into it, and it's high enough, and it's good. So Arvada West takes advantage of the penalty, or of the turnover, I should say, and they go in from 30 yards out to take an early 7-0 lead.
Yeah, that's the way they wanted to get a start, no doubt. Dave White showing some good poise back there in the pocket, making some nice passes against a pretty brutal Bear Creek rush. They've been able to get to him a couple times, but Wyatt, like a veteran, really hanging in there, making the passes downfield. I think this might be a shootout here, John, tonight.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of offense. Trust me, that is not going to be the only scoring in tonight's game. I think you're going to have both teams just going back and forth, and whoever wins this game, it's probably going to be in the 30s or 40s. But that's really got to deflate the Bear Creek defense. In 3 plays, they look real strong, and then they just have the miscommunication on the 4th down play.
Yeah.
Valenta will kick off. This is running straight ahead, and there's some room over the 40. He's got midfield. Coming back the other way, it's Joe Jones down the sideline. Jones inside the 20. Finally pulled down there, but a great run back by Joe Jones. He gives Bear Creek great field position to start their second drive.
John, Joe Jones exploded through the middle of that wedge by Bear Creek. He received the kickoff inside the 5-yard line and absolutely took off. Man, I have not seen a player explode through the hole like that in quite some time. And if it wasn't for the kicker, then Joe Jones would be in the end zone right now. But man, that kid looks strong and powerful.
Valenta made the saving tackle, and Arvada West defense a little late getting on the field. Let's see if Bear Creek catches him off guard right here. Holland will throw. He's got time this time. He goes down the sideline incomplete. That one intended for Dusty Lewis, but a good job by Flora, the linebacker, and by Adam Campbell, who's back in as a starting cornerback for Arvada West. Give you the Arvada West defense real quick. They play a 4-3 with Jaden McNeely, Rob Morellas, Joe Knight, and Jason Higbee as the starting defensive linemen. John Flora, Ryan Palmer, and Jared Sanchez are the starting linebackers, and Adam Campbell, Luke Vinola, Josh Ranson, and J.C. Tyus are the announced starting defensive backs. Holland will throw again, going into over the middle, and it's caught just before the goal line, but getting into the end zone, it looks like. Let's see if they give it to him. Nope, he's going to be just short. Jeremy Fleming hauled it in at the 1, and he got taken down right before he got into the end zone.
Well, you're right, John. They came right back, did Bear Creek, and threw the ball twice. Now they have the ball inside the 1-yard line, knocking on the door. So obviously not intimidated by this Arvada West team. They're showing them they've got some firepower as well.
1st and goal. The ball is on the 1-yard line. Jones off the right side, and he's going to drag a couple of Wildcat defenders into the end zone. Touchdown, Bear Creek.
Joe Jones on the sweep right. Looked like he might get caught outside and not be able to get in, but mention that strength. He powers his way into the end zone. And the extra point attempt will come from Lewis to make this a 7-7 game.
Dusty Lewis, good job by the holder right there. It wasn't the greatest snap in the world, and this one is up and good. Give credit to Jeremy Fleming, the holder, who did a nice job giving Lewis a chance right there. So Bear Creek answers right back with 5:12 left in the first quarter. It's 7-7, and Matt, I think that this one might not look as much like a football game as it will a ping pong match.
Yeah, and we might have a basketball score at the end, something like that. Anyway, yeah, both these teams, like you said, not intimidated by one another, and I predict that we'll probably just see more of the same thing, and really it's going to be, the difference in this game is going to be whose defense is able to stop the opposing offense.
Well, Arvada West did it early as they were able to cause the turnover, and Arvada West, the offense took advantage and went in from 30 yards. And right there, special teams helped Bear Creek get into position to score their touchdown. So both teams got in good field position to start their scoring drives. Lewis will kick off, and Sims will follow the ball into the end zone touchback, and Arvada West will start at the 20.
So Arvada West get their second opportunity, or third opportunity, I should say, on offense now, starting from their own 20-yard line. The pass was successful on their last opportunity. See if they stick with that, or if they're content to try to run the football. Like you said, Dave Logan likes to establish the run, so I wouldn't be surprised here to see some Mike Orr.
Wyatt on first down and 10, barking out the signals, and this is Orr running straight ahead, and he's going to get upended, I think, before he got to the line of scrimmage, and that was Segovia once again making the hit. Ryan Segovia for Bear Creek having a good game early on.
Yeah, boy, this linebacking crew for Bear Creek is really something to behold. Ryan Segovia, Matt Anthony, and it's like Daniel Abilene in there on every tackle. Really shutting down Mike Orr today, not allowing him to run.
Or 5 carries, but only 7 yards early on in this one. Movement on the offensive line, and once again Arvada West jumps.
Second procedural penalty already, and we're only 7 minutes into this football game.
Well, Bear Creek was showing blitz, and they were making. It looked like a couple of the linemen for Arvada West were getting a little jumpy. So that was really Bear Creek forcing Arvada West into the penalty.
Yeah, well, we've seen Bear Creek's blitz be so effective today so far that when, as an offensive line, when you see 8 guys step up in front of the box, it does make you kind of nervous.
Second down and 15. Or running straight ahead, tough yardage again. He gets maybe 2 before he's taken down by Craig Lawrence.
Stop made by 42.
So it is going to be third down and about, call it 13 yards to go here. And backed up in your own end. Do you try a pass?
Sure, you try a pass. You've got a good quarterback. You've got to try to pick up the first down, and at this point in the season, you have to have faith in the senior quarterback and a good group of receivers. You've got to have faith that they'll be able to make plays. Wyatt on 3rd and 13. He'll step up in the pocket. He throws. He's got a man that's going to be overthrown. Incomplete. Caleb Atchison, the touchdown score from earlier. Unable to come down with this one, and so it'll be 4th down and long coming up for the Wildcats.
Yeah, Wyatt just airmailed that one a little bit. He had Atchison open, but just over his head.
4th down and 13.
Josh Ranson will come in here to do the punting.
DeTiro has been the punter most of the year, but now Ranson will get a shot. This is an end-over-end kick, juggled by Jones, and Jones loses the football, it looked like, but he comes right back up with it. The Bears will take over at the 44-yard line.
Wow, nearly a costly mistake for Jones there, but lucky for him to grab the ball and keep good field position for Bear Creek. As their offense hasn't been on the football field for too long. In that first series, they lost the ball. I think it was on their 3rd play, and they scored in their 3rd play in their 2nd possession.
Lewis and Jeremy Fleming out to the left on this first down play. This is Jones running straight ahead, pickup of about 2. Well, last week we talked about Overland's struggle passing the football, and this week we could see just the opposite from an Arvada West opponent, as Bear Creek has some problems running the football.
Right. I don't know. I need some more time to see Joe Jones before I can make any type of judgment. He looks like he could be real strong in the backfield. He's a very big individual. But you're right, Justin Holland is more known for his passing skills.
3 receiver set on 2nd and 8. Holland gets flushed out of the pocket, looking, throwing, and this is going to be incomplete. Flag down on the play. It was intended for Jeremy Fleming. We'll see if they've got Arvada West with an interference.
Looks like that's probably what the call is going to be. Defender did seem to get there just right before the pass did get to the receiver. And that's unfortunate because I don't know if that ball would have been caught anyway. It was thrown very low. but it will give a first down to the Bear Creek Bears.
We haven't seen Justin Holland live too much so far in this game, but you do get a feeling that he's got a real good presence in the pocket, and he feels the pressure. That time he did a nice job of feeling the pressure. He got flushed out and just knew when to get out of the pocket and knew when to go and try to make something happen.
Yeah, quarterbacking is so much just feeling it, really sort of just feeling it, knowing, instinctually how to play the position, and Holland seems to have those attributes.
He's 6'4", 185 pounds, so he's got really good size, and he throws over the middle, incomplete. Fleming was the intended receiver again.
Some sort of mix-up there, as Fleming, the intended receiver, was on a different page as Holland, and it'll be 2nd down and 10.
We've got 2:32 left in the first quarter. This game will probably take a little longer than many high school football games because Bear Creek throws the ball so much. This time Arvada West blitzes. We've got a flag on the play. Holland looking for a man wide open. It's Fleming at the 5. Inside the 5, Fleming will be taken down at the 4, but hold everything.
You said the magic word hold, John. I think that's what it's going to be. Or a face mask.
Face mask. Bear Creek.
On Bear Creek. So that play is going to come back. Nice pass by Holland, but he knew it immediately that play was not going to be counting.
Well, once again, a good job by Holland. He felt the pressure. He stepped up in the pocket, and he knew exactly where his receivers were going to be, and it looked like Fleming made an adjustment when he saw Holland was in trouble and just started streaking to the end zone and said, I'm going to rely on that arm of yours.
Right, well, when a quarterback starts to scramble a bit, it's your job as a receiver to find a way to get open. You break your route if you have to, and you run back to the quarterback, get in open any way you can to grab the ball.
So that'll set up a 2nd down and call it 27 for Bear Creek. The ball is on the Bear 46-yard line.
2nd down and 25.
Holland to throw once again. This time he's got some time. Throws, and he's got a man over the middle. This is Hal Anderson. It's going to be incomplete. Good coverage right there by a host of Arvada West defenders. Looked like J.C. Tyus was the closest guy to Hal Anderson.
Tough pass for Holland to make there, sort of going across his body. And Anderson laid out for that ball, but it was a little bit low. So 3rd down and 25 now for Bear Creek. Arvada West probably going to sit back in a pass defense, content to give Bear Creek a short yardage pass, but not give them anything long.
Yeah, only three defensive linemen, 3 guys on the rush for the Wildcats this time. But they still almost get to Holland. Holland is going to throw deep, and this is going to be just over the outstretched hands of Jeremy Fleming. Well, they're going to keep trying.
Very close. I'll tell you what, that was close.
That was the 2nd time tonight that we've seen a receiver get behind a defender on a 3rd and long, or in Arvada West case, a 4th and long situation.
Well, that's when Holland scrambles a bit. I think as a defensive back, you almost feel like, do I go up and, try to make a play? Or do I hang back?
Dusty Lewis to punt the ball for Bear Creek. Good punt. It'll be taken by Ranson at the 11. They set up the return to the left. And Ranson not able to get to the wall. He gets maybe 2 on the return. Check that, he gets about 8 on the return. And they'll take over at the 18-yard line.
So really so far, it hasn't been so much the defense stopping each team as it has been the offense stopping itself with penalties. See if Arvada West can put together a long drive here.
Well, neither team has scored with a long drive. I'm a little bit surprised that They haven't. Both teams have taken advantage, one of a turnover, one of a good punt return, or a good kickoff return. Now Arvada West starts fairly deep in its own territory again. Wyatt on the play action. He loses the ball, and I'm not sure who's got it. I
don't think Wyatt does.
Yeah, it looks like Bear Creek has it. It was Phil Parkovich, one of the defensive tackles, who comes up with the ball for the Bears. They take over inside the 10-yard line. It will be first and goal from the 9.
I didn't see it. I don't know if that ball was knocked out or if Wyatt just dropped it as he was sort of trying to scramble and stay away from the rush. Either way, Bear Creek is in excellent field position, and
they're ready to go.
Yeah.
Oh, they almost got that play off. Arvada West lucky enough to have Ryan Palmer out there to call timeout. You heard the coaches screaming for timeout, and across the other way you hear some boos from the Bear Creek fans who say, hey, we got that play off before they called the timeout.
It was very close, but I'll tell you what, Ryan Palmer looks like he was about ready to take all 11 of them on at once. He would have done it too if it wasn't for the coaches yelling timeout.
Well, he's an all-state performer at that middle linebacker position, but I think they might have found a way to block him 10-on-1.
He's good. He's good, though. I'd be some. Anyway, costly timeout here to be used.
Yeah. Well, Arvada West was caught off guard last time Bear Creek came out offensively, and this time they were caught really off guard. One back set behind Holland. Joe Jones, the sole set back, and he's got the ball, and behind the line of scrimmage, Jay McNeely again takes Jones down. Loss of maybe 3, but McNeely led the charge. Ryan Palmer was in there as well, along with Joe Knight.
And Jones gets up off the pile and kind of turns his palms towards the sky and says, don't give me the ball when those guys are running like that. I don't want it.
Well, Jones has yet to do much running the ball so far. He hasn't had much to work with in terms of getting through a hole. 4 carries for 5 yards for the running back. Probably a throwing situation this time for Holland. Throwing over the middle, almost intercepted, in and out of the hands of Adam Campbell.
Yeah, Adam Campbell probably should have came down with that football.
Holland not off to the hottest start himself. He's 1 of 6 for 19 yards. That last incompletion, not his fault.
No, and it's 3rd and 10 here, and yet you got to feel like if you're Bear Creek, you want to come away with a touchdown here. And they're lining up in a passing formation, looks like.
Anderson and Fleming are out to the right. Holland thinking about throwing the screen. He's going to take the ball himself. And he's going to be taken out of bounds at the 10-yard line. Nice job by Campbell. So Campbell redeems himself a little bit. He comes up from the cornerback position to get Holland, who was trying to scramble out of the pocket. And a good job right there by the Wildcat defenders to stay with their receivers.
Yeah, really, and most importantly, nice job by Wildcat defense of just holding Bear Creek out of the end zone and limiting themselves to a possible field goal.
Dusty Lewis, a 27-yard attempt from the left hash mark. Not the greatest snap again, and this kick is up, and it is good. So give credit twice to Jeremy Fleming, who's done an excellent job on the holds. And with 27 seconds left in the first quarter, it's 10-7 in favor of Bear Creek.
10-7 could have easily been 14-7, John. And Arvada West defense, nice job there. Really buckling down inside their own 20. And they're going to give their guy, Dave White, a chance to answer Bear Creek's latest effort.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the Arvada West defense. Josh Ranson and Matt Sims back to receive. Both guys are game breakers. You remember a few weeks ago, Sims had that long return against Wheat Ridge, the final score of the game, and that was a return that beat the Farmers. A good kick will go into the end zone, and Sims will take it there. It'll be a touchback. Arvada West will take over on its own 20 again.
Strong leg on Lewis there, and that's really important because, like you said, Ranson and Sims are, if they get a chance, they can take one back all the way. So, best thing to do is just put it in the end zone.
Neither team has had much of a sustained drive. This will already be the 9th possession by both teams, by either team, I should say, 9th possession overall in the first quarter. Wyatt to throw on first down. Going to go down the sideline. He's got a man. This is Ranson along the near sideline. Ranson gets to midfield into Bear Creek territory at the 49-yard line. First down, Arvada West, a 30-yard pickup for the Wildcats.
His defender, Diaz, fell down, and that allowed Ranson to turn out towards the sideline and make the nice catch, then pick up an extra 10 yards.
Wyatt 3 of 4 for 75 yards early in this one. This will probably be the final play of the first quarter if they get it off on time. I formation behind Wyatt, and Wyatt looks like he's just going to let the clock wind down in the first quarter of play. So it's been an entertaining first quarter, and we'll go, they'll essentially just change sides. The official will move the ball about 2 feet, and we'll be ready for the second quarter of the play with the score 10-7 in favor of Bear Creek.
Well, very eventful first quarter, no doubt. Both offenses showing a lot of firepower and the ability to pass the ball very well. Turnover is also a big part of the game so far, as both quarterbacks have been victim to fumbles that the defense has managed to recover.
Second down and 10 coming up as we get ready to start the second quarter. Thanks to a little help, we have number 8 is Jaden McNeely. We had marked that down already, but always good for those Arvada West fans to give us a helping hand as we start the second quarter. Option play to start things off. Orr's got it. He had a nice move, and he gets about 5 on the option. Good running by Mike Orr.
Yeah, Dave Wyatt kind of got rid of that one a little sooner than I think he probably wanted to, as that pitch out to Mike Orr almost caught Orr off guard a little bit, but nice job to pick up 5 yards.
Set up a 2nd and 5. You got to keep going with that running game. That's what Dave Logan does on offense. They keep coming at you with the one, keep coming at you. And even if you're not gaining a lot of yardage, it sets up so much as the game progresses. Oregon on the pitch out. Cuts it upfield and gets upended after a gain about 2.5 yards. Matt Anthony, the middle linebacker, was there to make the hit.
Yep, Segovia also there, part of that linebacking crew for the Bears. And it'll be third down and 3 yards to go. Bob Gutierrez, and along with, don't have number 82 in the list.
Give you
Oh, there we go.
How about
Lucas
Wathier? Third down and 3. Looks like Wyatt is audibilizing at the line. And it's going to be too much time. Well, there's a little confusion right there, and Wathier, the junior, forces Arvada West to call the timeout. So Arvada West has burned its second timeout of the first half. They'll take it with 10:35 left in the first half. And now they'll make a couple more substitutions as Dave Logan comes onto the field to talk to his charges.
like to keep some of those timeouts for later in this half when you're making a long drive down the field, but obviously they don't want to take a 5-yard penalty and make it a 3rd and 8 here, so they decide to use their second timeout of the first half and get things right.
Yeah, much easier to convert on 3rd and a short 3 than it is 3rd and 8. I formation on this 3rd down play. Bear Creek showing blitz. Or running off the left side. He's going to be short of the first down. About a half a yard short.
Boy, they're going to mark him, yeah, about almost a full yard short there. And it'll be 4th and 1. And definitely going for it here, I assume.
Yeah, it's been Dave Logan's habit on 4th and short when you've got pretty good field position to go for it. And the philosophy, I think, the thinking is that if you can't get the yard, then or on the pitch out. He'll cut up and he's going to be hit behind the line of scrimmage, but with second effort, I think he gets the first down. Excellent 1-yard run by Orr.
One of the, yeah. Thought that's literally the longest yard for Mike Orr there, as that one was hit in the backfield, but Orr kept his legs churning, and I believe they're going to bring out the chains for a measurement here.
I think he's got it by about half the length of the football. Full length of the football. So Mike Orr made it look easy that time. The ball would be marked just inside the Bear Creek 40, Arvada West. On the drive, they trail 10-7. 9:40 left in the first half of play. Wyatt will throw on first down. And he's going to be hit and taken down, and he just held on to that ball a little too long. Craig Lawrence was there to make the hit, but nobody was open. Wyatt had nobody to throw the ball to.
Yeah, you know, and the difference we've seen in quarterbacks today is that Justin Holland on that situation seems to be able to recognize somebody coming and get out of the pocket. Dave Wyatt looked like he was unaware that Craig Lawrence was kind of racing around his backside and took the hit and the sack.
Second sack of the game for the Bear Creek defense. Second down play coming up for the Wildcats. They go from the shotgun this time. 4 receivers into the game for the Wildcats. Fake the draw. Wyatt trying to roll out. He's going to throw, and a good job of just getting the ball away. Heavy rush that time by Jake Forbes, who was blocked by nobody. Forbes just came roaring through the line, and that incompletion is going to set up at 3rd and 11.
Josh Ransom was in the neighborhood of that pass, but you're right, Dave Wyatt just trying to get rid of it, not take the sack.
So Matt, now that we're into the game a little bit, I think maybe what has surprised me is the two defenses tonight. Maybe it's been a little more defensive than we thought going in.
Yeah, certainly. I mean, I think we tend to overlook their defenses because these teams score so many points, but they seem to have all the tools to make things happen defensively as well. Matt
Sims took the inside handoff and gained maybe 3, but that will probably force Arvada West to punt. This is probably a punting situation where you'd want to pin Bear Creek back as far as possible.
Yeah, that's probably a good choice here. You're going to be kicking the football from about the 50-yard line if you're the punter. That's where Josh Ranson is set up. In fact, inside his own territory a little bit. And Bear Creek has yet to send anybody deep, so it looks like they might be coming on the rush here. We're expecting a fake.
Yeah, they didn't have anyone back there to catch it, and as a result, Arvada West is probably going to be able to down it, but no! The ball will go into the end zone, and you've got to make that play if you're the Arvada West special team.
Yeah, it looked like that play could have been made, but number 26. Can't get a name on that player there, but he just was unable to get that football before it bounced into the end zone. Seth Gunther.
First and 10, Bear Creek.
So the first time Bear Creek has the ball to start we're here in the second quarter. Justin Holland will give to Jones on the first play of this sequence, and Jones once again will be hit behind the line of scrimmage. Loss of maybe about one. I think with Jones, what you've got is a guy who's got really good speed and he's got a nice burst, but he still is not the type of back that is going to put his head down and really give you the power yards.
You're right, and from the running plays we've seen today, he looks like would rather deke and sort of, move it out to the ends instead of just bust it up the middle.
Anderson and Fleming are out to the left. Lewis to the right. Holland gets hit behind the line of scrimmage. Ryan Palmer there to take down Holland. One All-State player taking down another All-State player.
Yeah, Ryan Palmer, I think that's other reason why Jones and the rest of the Bear Creek offense had trouble getting going here, is that Arvada West defense line has really just been taking over the line of scrimmage and not allowing any penetration at all by the big guys up front for the Bears.
Two completely different stories between last week's Arvada West defense and this week's Arvada West defense. Third and long. And this is going to be Jones running straight ahead. He's got some running room over the 25. Jones loses the football. Lewis trying to come up with it, and the ball eventually,
I think it went out of bounds.
It looked like it went out of bounds.
32, Jones, the ball carrier.
Jones seems to have some trouble holding on to the football, though. It's the second time we've seen him fumble today. Also, almost fumbled the punt earlier.
Yeah, it looks like Jones was breaking a couple tackles and just in an effort to try to get to that first down marker. He forgot something. So Lewis will kick the ball away for Bear Creek. And Atchison and Ranson will stand at their own 33-yard line. This time a good kick by Lewis. It's going to be taken by Atchison. Atchison running left, and again, he doesn't quite get to the wall. He'll be taken down at the 46, and that's where Arvada West will start. There was a great block on the return, and trying to get the number of that locomotive. I think it was Joe Knight who just absolutely laid down a Bear on the return.
Well, that's what you look for in a punt, or any type of return for that matter. You always look for that guy who's not really watching you, and you come up and you whack him. Joe Knight getting the job done there.
Ranson goes out to the right, and Atchison splits to the left. I formation on this first down and 10 for Arvada West. Counterplay Orr. Orr puts his head down, and he'll pick up about 3 or 4 yards on the first down.
36 Orr, ball carrier.
Looks like we have an injured Bear Creek Bear that is number 22. Aaron Diaz, a defensive back. Seems to be in some pain.
Yeah, just laying face down, not moving at all.
Now getting up. Might have just been getting the wind knocked out of him there, possibly. He looks to be walking over the sidelines fine. So we hope Diaz is all right, and we're expecting to see him back in the game.
For Mike Orr, that was his 11th carry of the game. He's only got 23 yards. Bear Creek has done a nice job of keeping Orr in check. Second down, about 6. Option play Orr. And Orr will be taken down right at the line of scrimmage. Tariq Shiraz makes the hit coming out of the cornerback position. I should say Tariq Shabazz, who made the hit.
Open field tackle by Shabazz. Those are the hardest ones to make because basically you have to react to what the runner does, and you have to have very quick reactions. And Shabazz showed him there as he ankle tackled Orr on the option pitch.
Orr's got to be somewhat frustrated because this is the second week in a row where he's gotten a lot of touches. He just hasn't been able to do a lot, and you give credit to both defenses. Option play again. This is Orr. He's got some running room this time, and Orr's got the first down for the Wildcats. Pickup of 8 for the senior.
Yeah, that time he got some running room, but you're right. I think it is frustrating for Orr, but you just have to keep giving him the football. And because he's a senior, he's one of your leaders. And if Arvada West is going to win the game today, he's going to have a big game.
You also want to establish the ground game. We've talked about that. You also want to keep the ball out of the hands of Justin Holland and an explosive Bear Creek offense.
And that might be one of their strategies today, John, is just to keep the clock running, keep Justin Holland over there on the Bear Creek sideline, not give him that chance to make a big play with his arm.
And you remember earlier this year, as we have a timeout on the field, it's going to be Arvada West's third timeout of the first half. So 4:43 left in the first half of play. It's 10-7 in favor of Bear Creek. And Arvada West takes a timeout with first down and 10 from the Bear Creek 42. But we talk about Arvada West lost Mike Duran earlier in the season. He was really one of the big playmakers. So the Wildcat offense, although they've got a lot of guys who can make plays, they don't have quite as much as they thought going into the season.
Yeah, that was really disappointing. Mike Duran went down, in fact, in the first quarter of the first game of the season, a la sort of like a Vinny Testaverde thing almost with the New York Jets there going down early. He was really the guy they were looking to. They're all-state player, all-state baseball player as well, and just came down and with an injury. He's really had thrown a kind of a monkey wrench into this whole Arvada West offense. They've had to look to other guys to lead their team and pick up the slack.
I formation on first down. This is Sims from the tailback position, and Sims, like a pinball, trying to get some yardage, and I think about 8 members of the Bear Creek defense touched Sims before Sims finally went down.
Yeah, Sims was spinning around. He get hit, spin around again. Somebody be there and knock him around. So it all ends up going for no gain. And the clock will continue to roll now as we near the 4-minute mark.
Well, they've run the ball. I think you're just about at the time where you might see some sort of play-action pass or maybe trying to get one of the speedy wide receivers down the sideline. Sims is going to throw it. Going downfield, Sims is looking for Atchison. Atchison won't come up with it. A good job back in coverage. Tyler O'Connell was back along with Cyrus Permy, and they were hearing absolutely none of it as Atchison was streaking down the sideline.
Yeah, O'Connell did a nice job there. He didn't buy the pitch. He recognized that it was a halfback option immediately and stuck with Atchison. We saw that play work last week against Overland in a similar situation where Sims was actually the receiver on that play, and this time it goes for naught.
Yeah, last week I think it was Ranson
right, yeah,
who was
throwing
it, and this time Sims he had the opportunity. So 3 receivers to the right on third down and 10. Wyatt throwing, and he's got Sims. Sims across the 25. The ball comes out, and Sims might have come back up with it. Now it looks like it's still loose, and we'll just have to see what happens after they uncover the pile.
No signal yet from any of the players, although now it looks like it is Arvada West football as they're pointing in that direction.
So give Sims credit for a pickup of 16. He was fortunate to come back up with the ball.
Yeah, it really looks like the players out here on both teams are kind of gunning for the ball on each player, you know, really keying in on that arm and really trying to knock the ball loose.
Well, best case scenario for Arvada West is with 3:39 left in the first half, you're able to run about 3 more minutes of that off the clock. But first things first, they want to score. This is Ranson. Ranson is going to get knocked out of bounds at the 20. Nice first down pickup for Ranson.
Yeah, a host of tacklers taking Ranson out there at about the 21-yard line. Clock will stop with 3:22 to go. Dave Wyatt comes over to the sideline and gets some instruction from Coach Logan.
Wyatt has had a nice first half. He's 5 of 7, 97 yards. He's got the touchdown, no interceptions. And coming into the game, Wyatt had thrown for 4 touchdowns and 8 interceptions, so a really nice job this week to stay away from any mistakes and keep this Arvada West offense moving. We have whistles on second down and perhaps an illegal motion penalty.
Yeah, you know, and I'm going to guess that I think it was 86, the tight end, coming across the...
Dead ball foul, delay of game, Arvada West.
It's going to be delay of
It's
game.
going to be delay of game, okay, so it wasn't an illegal motion play there. But it will be a 5-yard penalty, and it will bring up second down and now 10.
And 10.
And the referee coming over to the Arvada West sideline. He'll signal up to the press box that it is second down, and I'm not sure what the problem is or what they're talking about, but I'm sure they'll get it straightened out.
They had 3 seconds to the clock. That's what the case was there.
All right, we're ready. Ranson and Atchison split out to the right, Sims out to the left. Second down play for the Wildcats. Blitz, Wyatt will throw and he's going to get smothered. How do you do, Jake Forbes?
Sack for Bear Creek by number 64.
Yeah, nothing Wyatt could do there. He dropped back in the pocket and Forbes was all over him before he really had a chance to set up and look downfield. So 3rd and 10, now turns to about 3rd and
16.
17, yeah.
Third sack by Bear Creek.
And really, you've taken yourself out of field goal position here.
If you're Arvada West, what you want to do is get to 4th down and 16 and then throw the bomb again.
Yeah, and then get a touchdown, sure.
Wyatt will throw, and he's got Atchison. Atchison with a nice catch. Good throw by Wyatt. He threw it exactly where it needed to be thrown, and a gain of 12. It'll set up a 4th down and about 4 yards for the Wildcats.
Yeah, interesting play here. I don't know. Look like they might be coming in for the field goal attempt here as number 11, Thomas Valenta, the kicker, will come on and attempt a field goal.
Well, this would tie it. Looks like they're going to mark it at the 26-yard line. So a 36-yard attempt. Good snap, good hold, and Valenta has plenty of leg, and it's good.
So there's a flag down. Hold on just a second.
Illegal procedure, Arvada West.
It's going to move back 5 yards. I'd be tempted to let him kick it again, though. Valenta had quite a bit of leg under that one.
He had plenty of leg.
And I think he could hit it from 5 extra yards.
Procedure, Arvada West.
So about a 41-yard attempt now
4-yard line.
for Valenta. That was perfectly executed. It was a great snap. It was
Yeah.
a good hold. And high school teams can have their problems on special teams. Valenta this time is going to hit the crossbar and go through it.
That one wasn't quite as pretty, but they count all the same. And Thomas Valenta gets the lucky ring off the crossbar there.
It doesn't look lucky tomorrow in the papers.
No, it looks like 3 points, and it looks like a perfect kick right down the center.
So 146 left in the first half. It's 10-10. And the only scoring of the first half. We'll see how Justin Holland and the Bear Creek offense come back and run the 2-minute drill.
They have all their timeouts, so they will be able to use the middle of the field for the most part and really take some chances.
And remember, the clock stops with every first down,
right.
So Bear Creek will have ample opportunity to get the ball down the field. Lewis and Joe Jones back to receive the kick. Dusty Lewis and Joe Jones will stand at about their 7. And Valenta ready to kick off. Pretty low kick that comes down at the 12 to an up back over the 20, over the 30, and this is going to be another good return. And coming all the way to the 45, it was Aaron Diaz who had his bell rung a little earlier, but it looks like he's just fine. And Bear Creek will take over in very good field position, especially when they need to go into the 2-minute mode.
That low kick allowed the ball to get there quickly and the Arvada West players weren't able to really get downfield before Diaz had a chance to get the ball and get a full head of steam going behind him.
Well, that last drive by Arvada West took nearly 5 minutes off the clock, and now Bear Creek not much time as Jones on the draw gets across the 50 to the 48-yard line, and a pickup of maybe 6, but once again, Jones had a chance to maybe stick his head down.
Yeah, I agree. I think Jones is better suited because I think he's got a big body, and I think he has a type of body that could probably, really muscle through that middle for yardage, but just doesn't seem to have the mentality to do it.
Second down play. Bear Creek needs 4 for the first down. Holland will throw. Under a heavy rush, Tyus almost had him. Now Holland spinning and getting close to first down yardage. A nice job of scrambling by Holland. I think he's got it.
Yeah, he did get it. I'll tell you what, man, a nice spin move around the 40-yard line, 45-yard line, and got the first down.
Bear Creek will call its first timeout of the first half. They've got the ball at the A West 43, so a timeout with 55 seconds left in the first half of a 10-10 ball game. Very even game so far. Both teams have turned the ball over once. Turnovers have set up points for both teams. A fumble by Arvada or by Bear Creek set up the Arvada West touchdown. A fumble by Arvada West set up a Bear Creek field goal.
And we saw Thomas Valente kick that 41-yard field goal earlier. In warm-ups, I was watching the Bear Creek kicker. He's got quite a good leg on him as well, so possibility that if Bear Creek can pick up about another 10, 15 yards, that a field goal opportunity could be in line for the Bears.
Dusty Lewis is the Bear kicker. 3 receivers set for Bear Creek on this first down from the Arvada West 43. Holland going over the middle, and it's going to be incomplete. Pass was intended for Jeremy Fleming, who sort of tripped over himself, and as a result, Adam Campbell, the cornerback for Arvada West, was the closest player to it.
Yeah, that play looked open. If Fleming doesn't, like you said, just sort of trip over his own feet, then that play goes for 20, 25 yards.
Well, Arvada West defensively has done an outstanding job limiting Justin Holland to just 1 of 7 for 19 yards passing the ball. They've really confused him tonight. Second down play, draw play. Jones straight ahead. And Jones dragging a couple of Arvada West defenders, gets to the 35. It'll set up a 3rd down and 3, and a timeout will be called by Bear Creek.
Timeout, Bear Creek.
Bear Creek's second timeout.
39 seconds remaining here.
Well, I think you've really got to run the draw play as the Bear Creek coaching staff, because Arvada West is coming with a lot of blitzes. They're sending a lot of guys to try to get to Holland and force them to make decisions.
Yeah, it'll be interesting here on this 3rd down and 2, whether they protect against the pass or play the run up front. I, like you, would probably stick with the run. Joe Jones give with the draw up the middle. But you're always playing with fire when you have a guy like Justin Holland back there passing the football. He does have the ability to make some deep passes for big gains.
I'm not sure if I'm 100% committed to the run on this play, although I think if you're Bear Creek, if you have a screen somewhere in your playbook, you might want to run that a couple times to slow the blitzing linebackers down from Arvada West. So let's see what they do. They come out in a fairly tight formation on 3rd down and 2, Bear Creek, and movement on the offensive line, it's going to be illegal procedure against the Bears.
That is number 54.
Gabe Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. So now it's 3rd and 7, and almost assuredly we can expect a pass here from Justin Holland.
So 38 seconds left. The ball's on the Arvada West 40. And you probably need about 20 more yards at least if you're Bear Creek to try to get a legitimate field goal attempt off. Holland will throw, but we have whistles once again, and the Arvada West coaching staff, I was watching them on this play, they were screaming for another illegal procedure penalty.
It's going to be the call as the front line for the Bears jumped just before the snap, came back to Holland, and what was 3rd and 2 is now 3rd and 12.
Yeah, they're going the wrong way. Third down and 12, Holland to throw. And this is going to be caught. Lewis across the 30. Inside the 30 to the 27-yard line, an easy pitch and catch to Lewis. And
well, the clock will stop for the first down, but I think they did call the timeout as well. At 33 seconds remaining.
I'm not sure if you needed the timeout right there because the clock does stop. You might want to get up to the line and just throw the ball down, because you want to have an opportunity to get that field goal team out on the field.
Right.
Now what you're going to have to do is either throw to the sideline, or if you get caught in the middle of the field before getting a first down, then you have to go down and spike it to get the field goal team onto the field.
And I would expect to see passing here from Justin Holland, as they'll be looking to pick up a first down here, like you said, to stop the clock, because go ahead.
You've got 33 seconds left, so you're still thinking touchdown. You're still going to take a couple shots at the end zone, especially with a guy as talented as Holland and his receiving core. Now, if you get another first down, then you've got a legitimate shot at the end zone. The score is tied at 10 as we wind our way down here in the second quarter of play. Bear Creek trying to score before they go into the locker room and take a lead into halftime. And they come out away from their head coach, Tom Fennell, with 33 seconds left. First down play for the Bears. Blitz by Arvada West. Holland wants to step up in the pocket. Throwing, he's got a man, Lewis. Right on the sideline, gets knocked out of bounds at the 3, and we're going to have a personal foul as well against Adam Campbell. It's only going to be half the distance. It'll go down to the 1.5, but Campbell hit him out of bounds.
Yeah, late hit. Good call there, John. Campbell probably a little bit frustrated, giving up the big catch and overreacted
Net
there.
ball foul, personal foul, Arvada West.
Well, a 24-yard hookup, and now with 25 seconds left, now you can do anything on offense if you're the Bears.
Yeah, you got a lot of
Moves the ball half the distance.
options here, no doubt.
First and goal. Ball at
I
the
really like the way
Arvada West 1.
Justin Holland runs the football. Maybe like to see a little QB keeper here.
Jones has the touchdown for Bear Creek, and he tries again, and he's going to be stuffed shy of the goal line.
They got to get back up to the line of scrimmage as down to 16 seconds, 15 and counting.
They'll spike it here. They spike it, and you've got 8 seconds left. So you do have a shot at the end zone. You want to throw one ball in the end zone. That play will take about 5 seconds, and then if you don't get it, you have a shot to kick the field goal.
Yeah, they're right now. I guess they're spotting the football. Looks to be about the 2-yard line. 1.5, 2-yard line there.
There's no way you can try to run it.
No,
is there,
I was
Matt?
just going to say, no, you got to pass the ball here, I believe.
They will. Holland throwing short, touchdown. Wide open pitch and catch. Dusty Lewis comes up with a touchdown, and with 4 seconds left in the first half, just a great job of executing the 2-minute drill by the Bears.
Slant pattern executed to perfection by Bear Creek there. Adam Campbell got caught outside of Dusty Lewis, and Lewis made just about the easiest touchdown catch he'll have in his career. 4 seconds left now as Dusty Lewis will come on to attempt the extra point.
Yeah, if he can get the 6, why not get the 7th? And he's got it.
Point by number 1, Lewis is good. Makes the score now.
So 4 seconds left in the first half, and Bear Creek gets back on top of this ball game. They lead at 17-10.
And you said at the outset, John, that winning team would probably have somewhere between 30 and 40 points, and right now Bear Creek is halfway there with 17.
Well, Dusty Lewis, 3 catches for 44 yards. He's the leading Bear receiver. He's been the primary target. In fact, Justin Holland, only 4 of 10 so far in the ball game. And 3 of those completions were on that last drive.
Mm-hmm.
Lewis will just kick this one on the ground, taken by an upback, and that will do it for the first half. So Bear Creek, thanks to a strong 2-minute drill performance, they'll take the lead into the locker room. It's been a good first half of football here at Jeffco Stadium. Bear Creek leads at 17-10. We're going to take a break, and we'll be back for the second half in just a bit. And I tell you what, Matt, just a nice job by Bear Creek. They really hadn't gotten anything going on offense until the final drive of the first half.
Yeah, my apologies, didn't have our microphones turned up there. So once again, we are here at Jeffco Stadium here in Lakewood. 17-10, Bear Creek is ahead, and like you're saying, we've seen some good offense here today so far from both squads, and really it's been, sort of a surprise, the defensive matchups that have really sort of shut down both offenses.
Yeah, the offense that we saw was by Bear Creek in the final minute and 30 seconds of the first half. Other than that, all the scoring has been set up either by turnovers or by special teams, and you want me to prove it to you? Okay, I will. They Arvada West started things off, and they got a fumble, took over at the 35-yard line, and on 4th down and long, Wyatt hit Caleb Atchison for a 35-yard touchdown. Arvada West was ahead 7-0. Bear Creek answered on the kickoff. The 80-yard kickoff return put the Bears in great field position. They took over at the Arvada West 20 and went in from there to make it 7-7. The drive was capped by a 1-yard run by Joe Jones. And Bear Creek scored a field goal late in the first quarter, made it 10-7. 27-yard field goal by Lewis. Arvada West answered. Valenta, 41-yard field goal after he had booted the 36-yarder. The 41-yard field goal went right off the crossbar.
Yeah, give an extra point for going off the crossbar. That's what I say.
And then Bear Creek capped the scoring in the first half of play with the 2-yard touchdown catch by by Dusty Lewis, and that made it 17-10 in favor of the Bears. So really, I think as we go into the second half of play, if you're either coaching staff, you want to keep things pretty much the same defensively, but whichever offense can really get things clicking here in the second half is probably the team that's going to win, because it looks like the defense had each other's offense figured out in the first half.
Yeah, and you told me an interesting stat during halftime, and you said, boy, Bear Creek only has 82 yards of total offense, yet they have 17 points on the board, so you can't really blame this Arvada West defense because they've been playing well all game long.
Yeah, Bear Creek, 19 yards on the ground, 63 yards through the air, and of that 63 yards, 44 of it came on the final drive of the first half. Before that, they had limited Justin Holland to only 19 yards passing with a minute and a half to go in the first half. Meanwhile, for Arvada West, they have 127 total yards, but again, most of that's through the air. Only 18 yards on the ground, 109 yards passing for Dave Wyatt. Wyatt, in fact, 6 of 8 for 109 yards and 1 touchdown. Leading rusher for both sides, Mike Orr for Arvada West, 13 carries, only 31 yards. And for Bear Creek, Joe Jones, 10 carries for 28 yards. So neither team really establishing the ground game too much tonight.
Not so far tonight, you're right. Bear Creek will be receiving this kickoff here in the second half from Thomas Valenta.
Jones, Diaz, and Fleming back to receive the kick, and this one is going to come down to Jones at the 5. Jones across the 20, trying to find some running room to the right, but he will find nothing but purple jerseys at the 24-yard line.
That's the way you got to tackle Joe Jones. You got to get a gang around him, and that's what they did. 4 or 5 Arvada West special teams players surrounded Jones and knocked him back, and there seems to be an injured player down on the field. Can't quite make out which team he's on or which player that is because of the crowd surrounding him. It looks, still can't see it. I think it's an Arvada West player. I'm looking at the purple socks there.
We'll try to get a number for you. Well, special teams, guys just fly around and they're sprinting downfield, whether it's on the punt coverage or on the kick coverage. And we saw Joe Knight earlier for Arvada West really put a licking on a Bear Creek player, and now someone probably just got hit and they weren't expecting it, didn't see something coming. And it looks like he's going to be okay. It's Eddie Reynolds.
You got the senior defensive back playing special teams there. Eddie Reynolds just came down, making the tackle on Joe Jones and limping over to the sidelines a little bit.
Well, I'm sure the Bear Creek offense, or the Bear Creek coaches are saying, hey, we really didn't get much going through the air in the first half and we're still leading 17-10. Let's see what we can do to start things off the second half. How about we just go downfield to Dusty Lewis and start things off with a 25-yard play?
Yeah, Adam Campbell laid him out at the 45-yard line, but still big catch by Dusty Lewis. And you were right, not a lot of passing by Holland in the first half. He starts off the second half here with a long pass.
45-yard line, 1st and 10.
And Dusty Lewis just has a knack for getting open, it looks like. You can tell that that Holland and Lewis just spend a lot of time practicing, and Holland knows exactly where Lewis is going to be on the field. This is Jones running straight ahead, and Jones has first down yardage. He trips at the 40-yard line, or it could have been a lot worse, but still a gain of 15 for Joe Jones, and that's his best effort of the afternoon.
Yeah, right there, Joe Jones did something that he doesn't do a lot of times, and that's just take it strong right up the center of the field, and when he does that, he seems to knock all the defenders out of the way and pick up big yardage.
Well, Bear Creek comes out of the locker room just smoking the second half.
Well, they're taking a lot of the momentum from the end of the first half. They got that touchdown there, and now it's almost like you give them the ball right back again.
Holland from the Arvada West 40. He's going to roll right, stop, throw, and he's got a man again. This is going to be first down yardage, and this time it's Mitch Wilmus with the reception, and Bear Creek really doing a nice job of moving the ball to start the second half. Give them a gain of 15.
First and 10. Bear Creek
down to the 25-yard line.
West 25.
Well, 3 plays, 55 yards later, Bear Creek has the ball, first down from the Arvada West 25. Holland to throw again. Throwing left, and this is Lewis at the 10. Lewis gets taken down, and another long pickup, this time maybe about 14 yards.
Yeah, give him about 14 yards inside, just outside the 10-yard line, so it'll be first and 10 with Bear Creek needing to get inside the 1-yard line for a first down, not quite first and goal here.
Justin Holland, 3 of 3 for 49 yards on this drive to start the second half. Jones off the right side. We've got a flag down on the play. Jones dragging tacklers inside the 5, but let's see what the flag is all about.
Penalty marker down.
Holding against Bear Creek.
Holding. Bear Creek.
Bear Creek was penalized 3 times in the first half, a total of 25 yards against them. Arvada West was penalized 6 times for 38 yards in the first half.
Holding Bear Creek.
And so that
This is one of those spotted a foul.
it's a spot of the foul hold. It's going to be a first down and
First and
20. Bear Creek could get a first down. There's maybe a foot between the first down marker and the goal line. So essentially, first down and goal for the Bears. Holland on the play action, throwing, and this is Hal Anderson with his first reception of the game. Pickup of about 6.
Number 23, Anderson.
Yeah, I think almost widening that field, making it a longer field, almost helps Justin Holland a little bit, because he likes to pass the ball, and you give a quarterback more room to throw it. Sometimes that's an advantage for him, so you could almost say that holding penalty is a blessing in disguise a little bit.
Holland sends Fleming and Anderson out to the left, but he wants to go right with Jones. Jones trying to find some running room, and Jones will get to the 12-yard line. He did a good job of shaking the first tackler, but he wasn't able to get much more, maybe a gain of 2 for Jones.
Yeah, this will bring up the third down and about 12 yards to go here.
Well, at the 13-yard line.
Arvada West defense holding up strong so far.
Third down.
For the last 2 weeks, Arvada West has played predominantly running teams, and it's bad enough to have third down and long, but when you can't throw the ball, and Chatfield and Overland really couldn't throw the ball that well, it really puts you at a disadvantage. Bear Creek, a whole different story with Holland and their passing game. Holland stepping around in the pocket, and a nice job. That was, it looked to be Luke Vanola making the play.
Yeah, it looked like Luke Vanola almost might have been able to come up and pick that ball. Instead, he decides to bat it away, and it'll bring up 4th down, so the field goal kicker,
It'll be Dusty Lewis.
Dusty Lewis, coming up to try about a 31, 32-yarder here.
Lewis had a 27-yard field goal in the first half, and this will be a 29-yarder. Snap, ball down, kick is up, and it's good.
It is good, okay.
So Bear Creek takes the opening kickoff, and with 8:08 left in the third quarter, they lead it 20-10.
20-10, though. So now if you're Arvada West, you've got to be careful because obviously Bear Creek has shown the ability in their last 2 possessions to march down the field and score. Puts a little bit of pressure on Dave Wyatt in the offense here to come down and hopefully get some sort of points on the board, because if you don't, you might be putting yourself in a hole.
Yeah, you don't want to get too far behind, and double-digit lead starts to border on very difficult to get back in the game. So Arvada West will have their first offensive possession of the second half, but I think you're right, Matt. This is a pretty key time for the Arvada West offense to try to get something in gear. Lewis to kick off for the Bears. This one will come down in the end zone again, and another touchback. And Dusty Lewis has done it both with his hands and with his feet today. Dusty Lewis has 5 catches and the touchdown, and he's got a couple field goals, and he's done a good job of pinning Arvada West back and making them start in tough field position.
Well, Bear Creek doesn't have a lot of depth on their team. They got a lot of older juniors and seniors, upperclassmen playing, but sometimes that's all you need. If you can got guys who are good enough to go both ways and do a lot of things for you, then you can get by without a lot of depth.
Well, you remember Bear Creek earlier this season, they went down to Texas and played a strong team in Texas Stadium. The coaching staff was talking about that trip, saying that with no depth, we just got our clocks cleaned. In the middle of October, it's not quite as bad as DeTiro out of the backfield makes his first offensive entry into tonight's game, catches a swing pass and a loss of 1.
Arvada West has had a trouble getting sort of bogged down in their own end, inside their own 20. They've had some procedural penalties early on in the first half, not really been able to sort of get out of their own shadow, their own goalpost here.
We mentioned, just to complete my thought about having some depth. So Bear Creek, they go play that game in Texas. They play Cherry Creek early on. They really made an effort to take on some strong teams early in the season to try to get ready for league play. And the Jeffco League is a very tough league. It's going to be a 5-yard penalty coming up against Arvada West. But the coaching staff was saying, hey, we've got our good frontline guys, but we don't have a lot of guys after that.
Mm-hmm. So it'll be about 2nd down and 5-yard penalty. They're going to call a 2nd down, probably about 17 now.
That was we're going to call an offside penalty against Bear Creek.
Oh,
so let's call it a
okay.
2nd down and 6.
Yeah.
Like you, I thought it was against Arvada West.
Well, I saw the Arvada West player jump, but he must have been, caused a jump off by a Bear Creek player in the neutral zone.
2nd down and 6, Orr and Sims in the backfield for the Wildcats. Wyatt throwing and tipped, and Caleb Atchison wasn't able to come up with it.
That Atchison might have had trouble with that pass because the press box cast a shadow on the field, and that pass went through the shadow and into the sun. Atchison might have had difficulty picking the ball up as it came through the shadows there. So 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Pretty important 3rd down play for Arvada West right here. They don't want to go 3 and out to start off the second half. And we have whistles, and I'm wondering if it was too much time.
I don't see a flag down there, do you? Was there a flag thrown?
A timeout by Bear
Timeout,
Creek.
okay.
Well, Arvada West, if you remember in the first half, they took all their timeouts early. And they ended up not having to use any in a 2-minute situation. The way things are shaping up right now, I think Arvada West might want to have some of those timeouts later in the game.
Yeah, and just as this is a big third down for Arvada West, it's an equally big third down for Bear Creek, because if they can get a stop here, get the ball back in good field position, like you said, they got a chance to go down and score some more points and really almost put this game out of reach.
The Bears have huddled around their defensive coaches. Dave Logan making his final comments to his offense. Third down and 6, split backs behind Wyatt. Wyatt will throw. They try to set up the screen, and this is Sims. Sims has a couple blockers, and he puts his shoulder down and gets the first down. Good pickup. Strong running by Sims.
Yeah, good play all around there. Dave White didn't panic when the rush came. He simply dumped the ball off to Sims, who was kind of a do-everything guy in the team. And he's able to run the ball and pick up the first down yardage. So, great play by Matt Sims.
Sims with 3 catches for 31 yards. This time they come out in an I formation. This has got to be tough for defenses. Arvada West has so many different formations that they'll run from. Or off the right side, and or with good first down yardage, he gets to the 38-yard line. And I'm not sure what yardage is, but we'll try to get you a working definition of that in a bit.
So the conversion on third down just a moment ago seems to have sparked this Arvada West offense a little bit now, as they're out to about their own 38-yard line.
Second down, a long 3, play action pass, and good job of hanging in there by Wyatt, but it's incomplete. He was going downfield. He was looking for his big tight end, but he maybe got the ball off a little bit before he wanted to.
Yeah, pass was tipped coming over the middle there. Lucky it wasn't intercepted, as a couple of Bear defensive backs were in the neighborhood.
The pass was intended for Danny Schwab, the junior, who was, looked like he had a little room down the middle. Instead, 3rd and 4 coming up for the Wildcats. Schwab will now check in at the H-back position. There was confusion. They have to call a timeout. So both teams have called a timeout here in the second half, and this half moving along much quicker than the first half did. We've got 5:35 left in the third quarter. It's a 20-10 lead for Bear Creek. Well, Wyatt has his instructions. He'll come back onto the field. And you look at this league, and you can say what you want about Columbine. You can say what you want about a couple other teams in this league. Maybe Pomona you would mix in there. But I think the general consensus among most observers is this league is that this is a game that's going to go very far into deciding who gets a playoff spot from the league.
Yeah, definitely the cream of the crop of the Jeffco League, no doubt.
Or trying to get to the first down marker is going to be about 1.5 yards short. And now an interesting decision for Mr. Logan.
Right now, it has not sent anybody on the field to punt. Josh Ranson did the punting earlier. He is on the field.
4th down and a long one.
Yeah, almost 2 yards there.
Iwi and Orr in the I formation behind the quarterback Wyatt on 4th down. Orr gets absolutely stuffed.
Wow.
No chance for Orr right there, and Bear Creek is going to take over on the A West 38-yard line.
Yeah, Mike Orr was absolutely stuffed in the backfield. Nothing he could really do there. Just about the time he got the ball handed to him.
He got his lunch handed to him.
Yeah, exactly. A Bear Creek defender had his arms wrapped around him.
Well, a big play by the Bear Creek defense. Now let's see if they go for the jugular right here. A lot of coaches really like to go for the jugular after a big play or a turnover, but instead they'll go to Jones. I think Arvada West might have the football.
You know, there's a fumble. Not a good exchange between...
They do. Arvada West comes up with it. Luke Vanola gets it right back for the Wildcats.
Not a good exchange between Holland and Joe Jones there. Jones never was able to get his hands on the ball. Luke Vanola, such a key defensive player. Seems to be everywhere the ball is on the defensive side of things. Comes up with it.
And that's about the 3rd time tonight that Joe Jones has had trouble holding on to the football, fumbled it, had the dropsies a bit. That time it cost his team the ball. Wyatt on 1st down will step up in the pocket, going deep. He's got a man, and this is going to be an interference penalty.
Yeah, he was holding Atchison. He's running down the field. Atchison, you could tell, trying to get loose. Diaz had him by the jersey there. So that'll be a 1st down.
Well, the flag was a little late in coming. I was looking for the flag, and it looked like the official almost had a little tough time just getting it out of the pocket because it was obviously interference.
Pass interference, Bear Creek. Penalty moves the ball to the...
And so the penalty will take the ball inside Bear Creek territory. It'll be 1st down from the Bear 47-yard line. Well, you can see the shadows creeping over Jeffco Field. Game started about 4 o'clock today. Wyatt has to step up in the pocket again, and he'll be taken down about a yard behind the line of scrimmage. Coming in with that sack was Phil Parkovich.
By number 40, Parkovich.
Wyatt was sacked 3 times in the first half. That's the 4th sack for the Bears.
Yeah, he's been pressured all day long, and even when he does get the ball off, seems to be taking a hit back there.
Second down and 11, and Wyatt will send 3 receivers out to the right. Looking right, gets flushed to the right. Now he throws, and he's got a man. This is Ranson. Ranson across the 35. Ranson to the 30, and finally spun down there by Tariq Shabazz, but not before Arvada West comes up with an 18-yard gain and a 1st down.
Good work by Wyatt. Really see him progressing over the season as the season is. As the season has gone on, Dave Wyatt much better at sort of becoming comfortable in the pocket and seeing his receivers downfield.
It's easy for you to say.
Yeah, right.
Oh, you're right, Matt. You can see the progression, guys sort of knowing where each other is going to be on the football field. 1st down from Bear Creek 30. Play action pass. Wyatt has to step up again, and this time there were about 3 Bears back to meet him. Jake Forbes led the charge.
Sack for Bear Creek, number 51, Lawrence. Ball marked at the Bear Creek 35-yard line.
Clock is now running after the ball was placed after the sack. 2nd and 15 now.
Got to be somewhat frustrating, Matt. If you're an Arvada West fan, it's almost like one step forward, one step back.
Yeah.
Wyatt to throw, and this is just incomplete. Matt Sims had some position, but Wyatt had to throw the ball before he wanted to. Once again, big pressure by the Bear Creek defense.
You're right. Getting back to what you were saying earlier, Arvada West, they have the ability to make some big plays, and they've made some nice plays today. Really executed some things well, but like you said, some things that it seems like after a great play, they do something to negate it almost. And
now Arvada West is going to call a timeout. You just don't want to be getting rid of your timeouts, especially when you're down in the second half. But with 2:36 left in the third quarter, Arvada West will be down to its final timeout, and they trail the game 20-10.
So on this 3rd down and 15 play here from the 35, obviously you want to get the first down, but at what cost? I mean, do you make a risky pass here that's a chance to be intercepted? I mean, or do you get yourself sort of in a position where you can hopefully kick a long field goal?
You're probably in 2-down territory here because any place that the ball comes before the first down marker, still it's not a sure thing field goal wise. So you got a couple shots at it right here. You're in good field position. Got some good receivers, so you want to look for them on a couple plays here. You're going to send 3 receivers to the left this time. Ranson out to the right. Shotgun formation for Arvada West after the timeout. Wyatt wants it all. Going for Ranson, incomplete. Just a little long.
Yeah, went for the home run ball there. Almost had it. Ranson laid out for it just a little bit long.
Well, he was open.
Yeah, he was open, yeah.
And well, 4th down and long coming up, and you remember 4th down and long in the first quarter. They scored
almost
on 35.
Almost from this position,
exactly.
just about, yeah.
It was a 35-yard touchdown play.
Atchison's out towards the right, so they might be thinking deja vu here.
Diaz is matched up against him. Wyatt will throw on 4th and long. Going deep again. Same play into the end zone, and this is going to be incomplete.
That time ball a little bit underthrown. Atchison having to come back, sort of hold up on that route. Allows Diaz to get back and make a play on it. So Bear Creek holds and will get the football now on their own 35-yard line.
And we have hardly seen Bear Creek's offense here. Well, take that back. They did take the opening kickoff of the second half and go down and get the field goal, but it's been a while since we've seen these guys out on the field. Last possession, they fumbled on the first handoff. Now they take over at their own 35. Arvada West needs a stop defensively. Jones running right. He's got some running room now. He's got a first down. He gets out to the 50, across the 50, inside Arvada West territory at the 49-yard line.
Great running there by Jones. Little counter to the right there. And doing something, probably coaches at halftime said, Joe, you're a big guy. Just put your head down and barrel through there. And that's exactly what he did that time. Also had another 15-yard run earlier in this half. So Joe Jones looked to have his little problem fixed.
Well, he had 28 yards in the first half, and now he's got 61 yards for the game. So Jones has been a little stronger runner, like you said, Matt, in the second half. This time he runs to run left, and he's going to bounce off a couple Arvada West defenders, break a couple tackles, get over the 40, cuts back to the 35-30, across the 20. Jones might go all the way. He will. Touchdown, Bears.
Wow. Amazing run there by Joe Jones. Looked to have been stopped for probably a loss of 3 or 4 yards in the backfield. And I think that Arvada West defense might have thought that he was down and stopped playing there. Jones never quit, ran it out to his left, cut back to his right, and ends up scoring. on the far pylon. So big run there by Jones. He'll add 49 more yards to that 61 there, give about 110.
And there's a bobbled snap and trying to run in the end zone, and he will. That was a good job by the holder, and give credit to Jeremy Fleming. He bobbled the snap and he took it in. And so on the run, they'll get 2 points.
Yeah.
So with 1:39 left, you see it's 28-10.
28, Arvada West, 10.
Yeah, you're right. Good work there. Fleming just basically made something out of nothing and able to get in the end zone for the extra 2 points. So now Arvada West is really sort of in, you're not in panic time. You never want to panic, but you need some points and you need them quickly.
They're in a lot of trouble, and you're right. I think that they gave up on that play, and Jones, we're going to give him credit for 51 yards on the touchdown. And Jones just never stopped. But again, it wasn't real tough running by Jones. He bounced off a couple defenders, and we saw Overland last week. They had Dukes with
a similar run,
Arvada West will take over at the 37 or check that, 32 on a 27-yard return by Sims. But yeah, we saw Dukes last week for Overland, who was able to bounce off some defenders and just wasn't great tackling by Arvada West, limiting Overland's running game. And now we see it in the third quarter of this game. Arvada West not doing a great job of wrapping up. And as a result, Bears have the 18-point lead.
There's a lot of pressure on this offense here to make something happen.
Well, you're going to see a lot of balls in the air by Dave Wyatt for the rest of the game. And he'll start things off with an incompletion that was intended for Matt Sims.
Yeah, good coverage there by Tariq Shabazz, the defensive back for Bear Creek. Brings up a 2nd and 10. Zach Ewey into lineup. Matt Sims coming out.
I formation on 2nd down. They're going to give it to Orr, and Orr's going to get nothing.
He was stopped by Segovia. Segovia hit him from low, and then it was 73. Adam Griffin, defensive lineman, coming in to make the final stop. That play lost a couple of yards.
Clock winds down to 1 minute left in the third quarter. Another 1 or 2 stops on defense by Bear Creek, and that's not good news for Arvada West, but this is going to be caught. This is Caleb Atchison. Atchison across the 40. It's going to be first down yardage for the Wildcats. A big third down conversion on 3rd and 11, pickup of 14.
Yeah, they've had some big conversions. That's nothing they've been short on tonight. They needed that one. Atchison hauling in a big catch and breathing some life into what looked like an anemic Arvada West offense.
Well, you don't get many 3rd and long, so you want to get some yardage on 1st and 2nd down plays. And Wyatt does just that. This time it's Ranson hauling the ball in at the 40-yard line. He's taken down at the 38.
Clock will stop at 17 seconds remaining here in the third period for the officials to spot the ball. Looks to be an injured player down on the field. Looks to be a Bear Creek player. This will give Dave Logan some time to talk to David Wyatt about what kind of play they will set up here. And you know what, John? I almost feel like it might be in Dave Wyatt's interest to sort of get into sort of a hurry-up mode. You know, get going, get up to the line of scrimmage quickly, and keep passing the football. Stay in a rhythm.
Cyrus Permy was the injured Bear, and he's coming off the field. But Matt, I think that you might have a good point. Maybe you don't need to get in complete hurry-up offense mode, but at least get in and out of the huddle quick, just to get that pace up a little bit.
Right, and
get
you
a
keep
little
the
momentum.
defense back on their toes. Don't give them much time to really set up a defense. So
the ball's at the Bear 38. Official says let's wind the clock, and so the clock will wind with 15 seconds left now. Option play, and there's a fumble. Arvada West fortunate to come back up with it.
that will be the final play of the third period. And that gives our score here, 28-10, Bear Creek. Arvada West needs a big fourth quarter here.
Yeah, they got a lot of work to do. 17-10 going into the fourth quarter. Bear Creek had the lead, or going into the third quarter, I should say. Bear Creek had the lead. Now, Bear Creek has scored 11. They've scored 18 unanswered points. Or you're going to have second down and 11 to start this final quarter of play. Wyatt was 5 of 11 for 58 yards in the third quarter. Wyatt will throw on second down. He's going to go deep, and this is going to be almost intercepted just off the helmet of Aaron Diaz.
Boy, Diaz should have had that one. Hit him right in the head.
Yeah.
Lucky for Dave Wyatt there. He had a man open out in the flat to his right, elected not to go to him. Probably could have picked up about 10 yards with that play. Didn't see him, however.
Wyatt will pass again. This time he's got a wide open man on the far side of the field, and Atchison dragging Bears to the first down marker and beyond. He'll take it down to the 26-yard line.
Yeah, it seemed like Bear Creek's defenders were playing real soft there, giving Atchison 10 yards of cushion there. I don't think that's a smart play. Get up tight on that guy and hit him when he catches the football. And Atchison's able to work the ball up near the 25-yard line and get a first down.
Wyatt has 179 yards through the air tonight, and they're going to have to win it passing the ball. Fumble on the snap. Wyatt picks it up. Wyatt going left, throwing. It's going to be incomplete. Atchison was nearby, and did they throw a flag?
Yeah, they did
there's
throw
a flag on the field.
And I don't know what they're going to call here. They could call intentional grounding, or could it be roughing the passer possibly?
Good job of officiating right there. I think the referee threw the flag. He was going to initially call intentional grounding. He went and talked to one of his other officials, and they said there was a receiver close enough. So good job of officiating right there. I think they've done a good job the whole night. When they're anonymous, they're doing a good job.
Certainly, and that's what officiating is about, working as a team there. Referee realizing that another official had a better look at it and made the right call.
Second down from the Bear Creek 25. Here comes the blitz. They throw to Ranson. Ranson cuts through a couple Bear defenders, and Ranson all the way across the 10-yard line. He'll get down to the Bear 8. Great running by Ranson. A pickup of 17.
First and goal from the 9 now. Clock running, 11:25.
First and goal. Arvada West, ball at the Bear Creek 9.
Three receivers to the right. Been a good job of answering by Arvada West on this possession. Wyatt, quick throw to Ranson. Ranson is going to be hit before he gets to the goal line, taken down at about the 3.
Pass by number 12, 5, Green before
These slant patterns working to perfection for A West as they're picking up some short yardage.
But you're just keeping the chains moving, and you're doing exactly what you want. It's good pace, and you're getting down the field pretty quickly. Like you said, there was no need to panic. It's going to be on the Arvada West defense if Arvada West can get in to score right here. Option play, this is Orr. Orr got a great block from Atchison, and Orr walks into the end zone.
Touchdown for Orr, 28-16 now. And looks like Dave Wyatt is going to come out and...
No, you got to go for two
yeah.
at some point.
They're going to go for it here.
That was just a nicely executed play. You had Wyatt getting the pitch out quickly, and Orr made the run he needed to, but Atchison made a key block on the corner.
Might even consider running the same play here.
Good call. This is Orr, and Orr this time, I think he broke the plane.
No, they're going to
say no. He was stopped.
So that's a big stop for Bear Creek.
score remains. Bear Creek 28.
28-16 now the score.
Yep, you've got 10-20 left in the ball game.
I mean, you're right, it is going to be on the Arvada West defense to stop Bear Creek now. Get them with a 3 and out. Get the ball back quickly without too much time running off the clock.
Well, it's pretty simple. Arvada West is going to need 2 touchdowns. They're going to need two scores, and the absolute minimum or maximum, I should say, they could allow Bear Creek would probably be a field goal. Still, that'd be a 15-point deficit. You'd need 2 touchdowns and 2 extra points.
Right.
But Arvada West really needs to get the ball back some way, somehow. I think what you do here is you kick the ball deep and play a little defense. It's a little too early for an onside kick.
Right.
Valenta kicks off. This is Diaz from the 4. Diaz over the 20, and he gets spun down at the 22.
By number 22, Diaz. Stop is made by
Yeah, now you got to play defense and injured player down for Arvada West. Thomas Valenta, the kicker, actually gets up now.
Well, you know, you said
He's
we
a
got a
kicker.
12-point deficit. I got to get down there, and I got to try to hit somebody.
It's a good point.
And get a little dirty.
So now if you can stop him here without really giving Bear Creek a chance to get too much yardage, you're going to get good field position, hopefully, on a kick. That remains to be seen, though. A lot of stopping this Bear Creek offense is easier said than done.
Well, this is the point in the game where taking away Joe Jones' run of 51 yards last time, you want to be able to run the ball, and Bear Creek isn't well known for doing that. There's a minimal gain on first down for Jones. And it's the disadvantage of having a passing game. We talked about the advantage of being able to pick up some 3rd and longs, being able to get back into the game a little quicker than if you're running team. But when you've got a lead, you want to be able to run the clock a little bit and move the ball on the ground. We'll see if Bear Creek is able to do that. Holland will throw, and that's going to be incomplete. Pass intended for Dusty Lewis, who is going down the near sideline. See, and so the clock now will stop with 9:32. The drive started with 10:15.
Right, and you got a long 3rd down here, so
And you don't want to go away from your offense. It's too early to get out of your offense.
Right.
But we're just pointing out the drawback that they're having an offense that relies so much on the pass. Holland will throw. And he's got a man on the far sideline. It's going to be good for a first down.
Boy.
Jeremy Fleming.
Big pickup by Fleming there. He looks to be hurt a little bit, kneeling down on the far sideline. But that was just an absolutely big conversion for Bear Creek.
Ball marked at the.
And the ball will be marked right at the 49-yard line of Bear Creek, giving them a first down and 9:24 on the clock.
I formation behind Holland, and we have movement, and on the offensive line for Bear Creek, Craig Lawrence was in there as a right guard, and he moved a little early. Third penalty of the second half against Bear Creek. Arvada West has yet to be penalized the second half. First down and 15 for the Bears. Play action pass, blitz by Arvada West. They're going to bring him down way behind the line of scrimmage. Jared Sanchez will get credit for the sack, a loss of about 8 on the sack. Fourth sack of the ball game for the Wildcats.
Yeah. It brings up about second and, gosh, about 25 here. 24, 25, we'll say. Call it third and 23, excuse me. Or second and 23.
Second down play, they'll give it to Jones running right. Jones is not going to be able to run upfield this time. Good job of stringing it out by the Arvada West defense.
And Jones right there probably just should have strung it out as far as he could and just stayed in bounds, because he stops the clock, leaving 8:38 in the clock for Arvada West now, and a big third down here. So
it's a good point. You could
right.
The least you could do is
run an extra 20 or 30 seconds off the clock.
37-yard line.
Well, so the ball will be on the 37. It's going to be third down, and officially they'll call it about 21 yards. Holland steps up in the pocket. He's got great protection this time. Now it breaks down a little bit. Holland throwing, and it is incomplete. Almost picked off. Tyus.
Yeah, J.C. Tyus had his hands on it. Almost came down with it. Turnover would have been big there. They're going to get the ball back here, though, on the punt return.
Atchison and Sims, both guys who can break it, will stand at the 25 to receive the punt from Dusty Lewis. Lewis has had a great game, both as a receiver and a kicker. Atchison from the 24. Cuts up over the 30, and Atchison will get the ball out to the 35-yard line.
So that is where Dave Weil will come to work again. Really, they've almost abandoned the run and gone strictly with the pass. And I look for more of the same from Wyatt, who seemed to have success getting in a rhythm on this last drive.
Well, you don't have much time. We've been talking about that the whole second half. Only 8:19 left in the ball game. Arvada West has had to spend 2 of its timeouts in the second half. So they've got to score this drive, and they've got to score fairly quickly. Wyatt throwing to Ranson. Ranson can throw it. It was a lateral. He's going downfield, and this is going to be incomplete. But we might have an interference penalty.
Yeah, looks like they're gonna get Cyrus Permy on the interference call there. Arvada West likes to run that play. That time, little screen pass out to Ranson. Ranson has the ability to throw the ball downfield.
They run the exact same play a little earlier as Ranson caught the lateral, and it was almost like a little swing pass, but that time, and they intentionally throw it behind so that they can set that play up. But that's going to be a 15-yard penalty against Bear Creek. Ranson really hung that ball up. If he had led Atchison, might have been able to make a big play right there. But still, they get 15, and now the ball's at midfield. Ranson is the motion man, going from left to right. There was miscommunication there. Orr gets back to the line of scrimmage and picks up maybe a yard, and I'm not sure that Wyatt and Orr were on the same page right there.
Wyatt, I turned around, looked like he was expecting to pitch the ball to somebody who wasn't there, and fortunately for Arvada West, they're able to not lose any ground on that, in fact, pick up a yard.
There's a Bear Creek player slow to get up, so the officials stopped the clock momentarily. Ryan Segovia had to check out, so Arvada West might have saved some time. It's 7:45 left in the ball game now. 2nd down and 9 from the Bear Creek 49-yard line. Wyatt to throw. Here comes the blitz. Wyatt stepping up, throwing downfield, incomplete. Caleb Atchison was double teamed. And some of those yards just hard to come by tonight.
Adam Griffin in pursuit of Wyatt there, forcing Wyatt to roll out and scramble and get rid of the ball. 3rd down and 9. Now this is also a situation where you're pretty much working with 2 downs here.
They've had success running the slant patterns, especially with Sims. Sims is out to the left. Gutierrez is with him to the left. There's 2 receivers out to the right. Wyatt swings it out to Orr. Flag down. Orr gets taken down at about the line of scrimmage. Let's see what the flag's all about. Holding against Arvada West. Well, do you take it or not, Matt?
Holding, Arvada West.
I think you do, yeah.
Set up a 3rd and 19.
Depending on where the spot of that foul was,
Yeah, actually it could be 3rd 23.
Arvada West, penalty goes ball to the...
They're going to call it right at the line of scrimmage. So 3rd down and 19.
Third down and 20.
Spot the ball on the Arvada West 41-yard line. Wyatt has Orr in the backfield. Wyatt will throw. He's got Ranson underneath, and Ranson drops it. I'm not sure how far he would have gone. But now I think with 4th and 19, I think you're almost obligated to punt right here. It's a little too early to get in that panic mode.
Yeah, that's probably a good point. And Josh Ranson doing the punting tonight is going to come on here. Although Dave Wyatt is still out in the huddle for Arvada West. So no indication yet that the Wildcats are planning on punting the football.
Yeah, I'm not sure I'd go for it right here. I don't think there's much point in going for it right here. But still with 4th down and 20, Wyatt is going to throw. He'll be taken down at the 40.
Yeah, big sack for Bear Creek, and they're going to get excellent field position here now. 6:54 to go.
I think they did that a little too early, Matt.
Well, you're right. It's a call that you make 19 yards, awful long distance to go. Probably you kick the football in that situation. But when you're down by 12 points, sometimes I guess you feel like you have to make something happen.
Well, the Bears will take over at the 39-yard line with 6:54 left in the ballgame. Jones running off the right side. Jones going to the sideline again. He'll stay in bounds and maybe gain about 3 or 4 yards.
Brought down by number 5, Clark. Number 10, Campbell.
Most importantly there, Jones did stay in bounds, as you mentioned, John, and it's now 6:35 and counting.
I'm not sure he wanted to stay in bounds. I think he might have been caught before he got to the sideline.
Right.
And now we have whistles and a timeout by Bear Creek. So Bear Creek calls its second timeout of the half with 6:19 left in the game.
Yeah, if you're Bear Creek, I think you just keep running the football here. No real sense to put something up in the air and risk an interception and, incompletions that will stop the clock.
Well, if you keep getting 6 yards per play, definitely you're going to be able to keep on running the ball. Arvada West, they're forced to do a couple things. First of all, you've got to prevent the first down, but also you want to be ripping the ball away from the ball carrier, trying to force a turnover. And Joe Jones, he's had a good night running the ball. He had that long
Second
run.
half especially.
But he's been prone to not hold on that tightly to the ball.
Second down and 4.
Second down and 4 after the timeout. Jones straight ahead and gain of maybe 2 and actually maybe 1. But once again, he only had one arm around that football.
Yeah.
32, Jones.
Jones slow to get up. Long night for him. He's had a lot of running here in the second half. Second week in a row that Arvada West has allowed an opposing running back to gain over 100 yards in a game.
Jones has 123 yards on the night. And Bear Creek has actually been pretty balanced offensively. Holland's had a nice night, but not a dominant effort. Now it's going to be a delay of game against Bear Creek.
Bear Creek.
Yeah, a situation there where you're taking a penalty like that is not such a bad thing because it means you ran quite a bit of time off the clock. You'd rather not have it happen, but...
You have 3rd and 3 versus 3rd and 8. Now Arvada West can definitely defend against the pass. Play action pass on the bootleg is Holland. Holland will stop, throw, and this is going to be incomplete. Just a little low. The ball was intended for Jeremy Fleming.
Yeah, Fleming sort of short hopped that one like a shortstop.
Holland wanted to go for the 4th down, but I think it's wise to punt right here.
Right.
Just try to pin Arvada West inside the 10.
Sure.
4th down and 8. Now that's the Arvada West 37.
Atchison will stand on his, he's standing at, now will come up to the 10. Good snap, and the kick by Lewis is going to bounce at about the 15. Take a slight Bear Creek roll and be downed right there. So Arvada West, you never know what would have happened had they punted the ball, but still they're somewhat fortunate not to have had Bear Creek take the ball and score, but still it's an uphill battle with 5:15 left in the ball game.
Now you got to go 85 yards to get a touchdown. and do it quickly because you're going to need another score after that.
Shotgun formation for Wyatt. You'll see this a lot the rest of the ball game. Orr is in motion. Wyatt getting taken down. There's Segovia again, or actually it was Phil Parkovich coming in from the defensive end position. Someone forgot to block him.
And poor Dave Wyatt, he's just not getting any protection back there from the Arvada West offensive line. Bear Creek defenders just running unabated to the quarterback. Nothing Wyatt can do.
Yeah, 7th sack of the game by the Bear Creek defenders. Parkovich again. They've got to do something because no one's picking up Parkovich.
Yeah, Wyatt there just, he was in the end zone, managed to step out for the end zone just before he was sacked. So that will not be a safety. However, it will be now.
3rd and...
About a country mile.
Yeah, 3rd and forever.
3rd and 30, 25 here.
Wyatt will throw. This time Parkovich still gets to him. Atchison comes down with a great catch, though, at the 32-yard line.
Great catch by Atchison, great pass by Wyatt. He was getting rushed again there in the end zone, and he lofted it up for Atchison, who made the catch. So, ball down at the 33-yard line.
3:55 left in the game. They keep a couple blockers in this time. Wyatt throwing. Atchison has it again. Pickup of about 8, and on the slant pattern, they'll have to get up to the line of scrimmage.
Pass by number 12, Wyatt, number 84, Atchison.
It's been Wyatt to Atchison this drive. 3:30 left in the ball game. 2nd down play. Or draw play. Shakes one tackle, gets the 1st down, and he gets out to the 47-yard line.
That'll stop the clock momentarily for the officials to spot the football.
1st and 10. Arvada West. Ball at the
Chains move up, and the clock is moving.
Shotgun formation. They're keeping a couple of running backs in the backfield for extra blocking, and they needed to do that after Parkovich's act the first couple times. Atchison gets a gain of maybe 6.
12 wide, number 84.
Yeah, they're being content to just sort of catch the ball, quickly get back to the line of scrimmage, not really worry about running much after it.
They fake the draw this time. Wyatt will throw, and he's got Ranson. Ranson across the 40. Gets to the 34-yard line, and another 1st down. Pickup of about 11 by Ranson.
2:35 on the clock now. Timeout, it looks like being called by Arvada West. Be their last one.
Not a bad time to spend it. You got to be really, really tired.
Yeah.
Especially after the 2 sacks, and you've taken the ball now from basically your 1-yard line all the way to the Bear Creek 34. So I think as much as anything, this is a breather for Dave Logan's guys.
Good point there, John. Yeah, because basically they haven't been substituting any players. They've been keeping the same 11 guys out there, and when you keep running play after play after play, you do get a tendency to get a bit winded. And this is going to allow Logan to also strategize with his guys about what he would like to see for the rest of this drive. And over on the sideline, Thomas Valenta is practicing his onside kicks.
That's a good thing for him to be practicing right now. First things first, though, for Arvada West, they've got to get the ball in the end zone, and with 2:35 left, they've got a 1st down. Wyatt will throw again. This time he's going to get taken down behind the line of scrimmage, and a good job by Jake Forbes to keep crawling to Wyatt. The 9th sack of the ball game for Bear Creek.
And 14.
Wyatt to throw, and there's Parkovich again. And now we have a flag late, and we'll see who the flag's against.
36.
That'll stop the clock at 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Referee making the call here, a personal foul.
Personal foul.
It's going to be against Bear Creek. So a big break right there for Arvada West.
Not sure what the call is going to be, if it's going to be a roughing the passer call or something else. Bear Creek coach is obviously not pleased with the decision.
It's going to take the ball to the 29-yard line and create a first down, or check that, the 24-yard line, and create a first down for the Wildcats.
25-yard line.
So somehow 2 sacks turn into about a positive gain of 15 yards.
And the clock is ticking away with 2:05 left. Wyatt will throw. He's got Sims. Sims trying to get out of bounds. He's not going to get there. He'll get down to the 16.
Clock will not stop yet. Sims did not reach the first down marker. And the clock is under 2 minutes at 1:45.
Wyatt straight drop this time. He's got Sims again. Sims at the goal line. He is in for a touchdown.
Matt Sims, big touchdown. We said it. He does a lot of things for this team. Throws, runs, returns, kicks, catches, touchdowns here. And it is now 28-22, Bear Creek. Valento will come on to attempt the extra point. And with 1:34 to go, this thing is not over yet.
Well, the extra point is important, definitely, but his onside kick in the next play is going to be a lot more important. And this one is up and good. Well, so you've got a chance.
Yeah, you got a chance. Valento connects, but you're right. This onside kick is almost going to decide the game here. Both teams will stick their hands people out on the field to recover. The ball must go 10 yards before an Arvada West player can touch it, or if it should hit a Bear Creek player before it goes 10 yards, then Arvada West can recover the football.
28-23 the score, 1:34 left in the ball game. It all comes down to this onside kick.
So Arvada West, which needed 18 points to tie the game here in the fourth quarter, has 13 of them back. Looking for the remaining points right now.
Touchdown wins it.
Yep.
This onside kick will go to the right. Well, here we go. That is going to be well short, and Bear Creek will take over.
Yeah, flag down because that ball went out of bounds without anybody touching it, so certainly Bear Creek will probably just decline this penalty and take the football. No reason to have Valenta kick it over again. And Thomas Valenta did not get the job done on that particular play.
And you can essentially take a knee for the rest of the game if you're Bear Creek.
Right, Arvada West, no timeouts left.
First and 10, ball at the Arvada West 45.
Those timeouts early in the second half definitely came back to haunt. Bear Creek will take a knee. 1:27 left. Arvada West might get a couple desperation heaves.
Down at the 49-yard line.
They just blew the whistle with 1:15, so they don't have to get the playoff until about 50 seconds left. Holland will hold on as long as he can, and now he'll take another knee. 53 seconds left.
Yeah, I think they will be just able to run the clock out here. And Bear Creek fans cheering on the opposite side of the field. Big win for Bear Creek, as these two Jeffco Titans will.
That's good.
End this battle with a victory for the Bears. And quarterback Justin Holland raises his arms in the air, signaling victory for the Bears. Disappointing loss for Arvada West. They played valiantly, came back, showed some heart in the fourth quarter, just wasn't quite enough to get the job done.
Yeah, they got down 18 points and just weren't able to make the comeback all the way. So the Bears will even their overall record at 3-3. Arvada West will fall to 3-3. Arvada West goes to 1-1 in the Jeffco League. Bear Creek will remain undefeated in league play. And we've got a final from Jeffco Stadium. A nice game here tonight, but Arvada West falls just a little bit short. Bear Creek wins at 28-23. For Matt Monahan, I'm John Knopf saying so long from Jeffco. Once again, the final score, Bear Creek 28, Arvada West 23. We'll see you next time.